In this video, I'll be talking about my recent scientific research and experiments I conducted and submitted for a science fair championship this year. My scientific research and experiment was focused on finding out which aquatic plant would filter out nitrites from koi pond water the best. Ammonia is waste from aquatic creatures. It is decomposed into nitrites, or NH4. Nitrites are toxic to koi fish. Any level of nitrites can cause irreversible damage to the fish's liver, spleen, or nervous system. At certain concentrations, nitrite poisoning may even result in death of the fish. These nitrogen compounds disrupt the pond ecosystem. Nitrites are decomposed by helpful bacteria from the pond ecosystem into nitrates, NH3. It's a form of nitrogen which is completely harmless to koi fish, even at high amounts. It can even be beneficial to aquatic plants. In ponds, there's a biological filtration system which keeps the ecosystem balanced and decreases the toxicity by filtering nitrites. This natural ammonia biological filtration system is broken many times due to damaged filtration systems of ponds or other factors such as pH, water temperature, and salinity, which can also affect the ammonia level. So, we need to introduce external filtration systems to decrease this toxicity and revive the pond ecosystem. One major method of decreasing the ammonia in the water is by using plants, which are able to intake these nitrites from the pond ecosystem and produce organic structures in the water. Another method of natural filtration is by using microbes, which colonize and remove ammonia in ponds. Biological filtration can help this bacteria populate. My research was focused on how to naturally remove these toxic nitrites from the pond and maintain a balanced ecosystem. I chose this project because I have a koi pond in my backyard and wanted to know what would help it become cleaner and healthier for my fish. In the last 3 years, the health of my koi have been negatively affected due to recent frequent wildfires in California, which caused pollution to areas of freshwater due to ash. After a lot of research about which plants filter nitrites best and which are good for koi, I came to the conclusion that there are 4 different plants which would be best for filtering out nitrites from the water: water lettuce, hornwort, Amazon water sword, and water wisteria. When researching this, I read different journals on projects similar to mine and even interviewed fish owners and observed their ponds and aquariums. From all of my research about this topic, I hypothesized that the hornwort plant would result in removing the most nitrites from the water. This is because it has spiky leaves on it, which allows the plant to have a larger surface area for filtering nitrites, giving the plant an advantage. When I started the experiment, I had 5 buckets for each plant, and a control bucket with no plants in it. Each bucket had 5 liters of water from my pond and were put in the same location for examination. The duration of this experiment was 10 days, and each day at around the same time, I tested every bucket for the level of nitrates in the water. When testing the water, I used test strips from the brand called Verify. I also wrote down the level of nitrates in the water for every bucket with the date and time written down as well. After experimentation was complete, I put the data on a line graph which shows the plant that decreased in nitrates the most. The conclusion for this experiment was that the hornwort plant filtered out the most nitrates from the water. For the past month, I've been using the hornwort plant in my pond, and the water is looking much cleaner. I'm very happy with the result of this experiment, and I may even expand on it this summer. I hope that this explanation of my science project helps you think of one. Thanks for watching.